I'm Hope Mihilap, your fellow opera lover, and my mission today is a daunting one. Simply put, I have to describe the plot of Verdi's Il Trovatore. I'm not alone in being daunted by this. Sir Dennis Foreman, the former deputy chairman of Covent Garden, summarizes the plot of Il Trovatore in his book, A Night at the Opera, in this way, quote, "The one where the gypsy woman throws the wrong baby into the bonfire and thus causes the grown-up unburnt baby to be killed by his brother." Unquote. Period. That's the plot. Because this venerable opera is loved greatly for its superb music, it remains a popular favorite. Yet the challenge facing a stage director is to produce a plausible piece of theater out of this complicated plot. Fortunately, the Virginia Opera production will be staged by Lillian Groag, one of the most talented and innovative directors we have ever had at the Harrison Opera House. Il Trovatore means the troubadour, and the troubadour in this case is one Manrico, a tenor, who thinks he is the son of the gypsy woman Azucena. Unbeknownst to him, he is actually a young nobleman, the younger brother of the villainous baritone Count di Luna. The reason Manrico has been raised by Azucena is this. Years before, Azucena's mother had been burnt at the stake by the Count de Luna's father, who believed she had cast a spell on his younger son, Garcia. In revenge for her mother's death, Azucena planned to kidnap the baby Garcia and throw him into a bonfire. But in her hysteria, she threw her own child into the fire by mistake. Then, in desperation, grief, and anger, she kidnapped little Garcia to replace her own baby and renamed him Manrico. He, of course, is the troubadour. Azucena's telling of this story can be a tour de force for a dramatic contralto, and it occurs early in the opera. Here it is, sung by Fiorenza Cosotto. The Witch Azucena, sung by Fiorenza Cosotto, describing how she threw her own baby into the fire, saving the young man who came to be known as Manrico. A romance is at the crux of all this. The young Count de Luna, who thinks his baby brother died long ago in the fire, is in love with a beautiful young noblewoman named Leonora. Unfortunately, Leonora has met the troubadour and has fallen in love with him. She tells about it in this aria, which we will hear sung by Leontine Price, who made her debut at the Metropolitan Opera in this role, and in this older recording will sound very much like she did that night.
Fino
would be hard to describe the ovation that followed her performance of that aria, in which she tells about the night that she was serenaded by a wonderful young troubadour with whom she then fell in love. At the end of this aria, Manrico appears to serenade her again. But unfortunately, De Luna has come by also to pay court to Leonora, and the suitors pull out their swords and fight for a while, but no one is killed. Manrico, who apparently serves in some sort of armed forces, becomes posted to another city. Leonora hears that he's been killed, which isn't true, but she goes to enter a convent. De Luna goes to the convent to capture Leonora, at which he sings one of the most beautiful arias about her in the Verdi repertoire, Il balen del suo sorriso. Here we hear it sung by Cheryl Milnes. Beautifully sung. Cheryl Milnes singing his tribute to the beautiful Leonora. Of course, Count de Luna had brought troops with him in order to capture Leonora and take her away. But at the end of this aria, we find that Manrico had also brought men with him with the same idea. And somehow they defeat the Count's people and the Count, and they carry Leonora away in triumph. In the next scene, the witch Azucena appears again. She comes to de Luna's military camp, But there she is seized and thrown into prison to be executed, presumably for the death of Di Luna's younger brother. Back at the convent, Leonora and Manrico are about to be married, when word arrives that Manrico's mother, Azucena, is in prison and set to be burned alive. He rushes off to save her, but he's captured by Di Luna's forces and put into prison too, also to await execution. At this point, we get the treat of a great tenor aria, Di quella pira, about the funeral pyre that he imagines, Manrico does, that his mother and he will die on. It's justly famous for its series of high notes, and here we hear it sung by Placido Domingo. Placido Domingo singing about the funeral pyre, Di quella pira. In the final scene of the opera, it is Leonora's turn to do a brave deed. In a situation reminiscent first of Tosca and later even of Romeo and Juliet, Leonora approaches Di Luna and offers herself to him in exchange for Manrico's life. Di Luna accepts the offer and sends her off to tell Manrico that he will be able to go free. But on the way, she drinks arsenic out of a special ring she has been wearing just for this purpose. You can imagine the outcome. Leonora arrives in the prison cell to tell Manrico she has bought his freedom with the offer of her own body. He is angry at her at first, but then she reveals she is dying from the dose of arsenic she drank on the way there. As he apologizes and swears eternal love to her, she dies in his arms. Di Luna arrives to see her dying and furiously sends Manrico to his death. Azucena, crazed, tells Di Luna he has just killed his own brother. We hear Placido Domingo, Leontine Price, Cheryl Milnes, and Fiorenza Cosotto.
Non mi inganna quel fioco lume, salvarmi, che vero? Addio, a come
The concluding scene to Giuseppe Verdi's Il Trovatore, which Virginia Opera will be presenting for 5 performances only, starting Friday, October 3rd at the Harrison Opera House in Norfolk. For ticket information, you may phone locally 623-1223, toll-free, 1-866-OPERA-VA, or online at vaopera.org. Hope's next preview will be Saturday, November 8th, for Virginia Opera's next production, Donizetti's Elixir of Love. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you then.